with Chris Dempsey in the OTR Pop Quiz. Question 3, Olympic figure skater and local hero Nancy Kerrigan learned to skate at a rink in Stoneham. She holds a silver and a bronze medal in the Olympic Games, but she may be best known for a 1994 attack by what jealous competitor?
Tonya Harding from Oregon.
No relation, by the way. Just no relation. Let's make that clear. Who was the record-setting Olympic gold medal swimmer who has recently been in the news for DUI?
That is Michael Phelps.
Most decorated. Michael Phelps, most decorated Olympian of all time, 22 medals in total, 18 gold. And we, just because it's been in the news, we have a Deflategate question for you. Are you ready?
Non-Olympic.
Not Olympic, but the way it's been going, it's been like Olympic. What do the NFL rules demand for a regulation football?
I have heard that it's something like, what, 12.4 pounds per square inch?
You got it. There's a range
Something
of 12
like
and a half to 13 and a half. We'll give it to you. Very good.
Right.
Ding, 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 ding. Very good. Before we continue our conversation with Chris, we want to play Ted Reinstein now, because part of the opposition to no Boston Olympics may involve a ballot question. Ted Reinstein on his soapbox this morning. Take a look.
If the 2024 Olympic Games are held in America, they'll be right here in Boston. But should there be a referendum first? Should local residents get a chance to say on whether they approve?
I think it's a good idea to actually ask the people that live in the city if they think that we can handle it.
The whole city would be impacted by having it here.
I don't think that there needs to be one. I think that there's a lot of transparency in Boston 2024.
The city is going to turn into a totally different situation as far as the number of people are going to be around and everything else. I'd say yes on the referendum.
Mayor Walsh has said he would prefer not to have a referendum, but
Right.
you'd like to see one.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it argued both ways, but I think I'm slightly in favor of a referendum.
Do you think that having a referendum goes along with total transparency?
Yes, I think it's already started. I guess at the beginning there was going to be no taxpayer money in it, and I think that that's already been stepped back on a little bit. So I think that it probably does go along with it, the referendum, but it seems like it's going to be that way anyway.
So that was just a sampling of some of the folks that we in and around Boston, but they seem to think that there should be a referendum. But the question is, do you have the resources to get the ground troops out there to get, you know, a non-binding referendum on the ballot, and which ballot?
We think we will have the resources for whichever strategy we choose.
It's going to be expensive, will it not?
It could be expensive, but it could also be driven by volunteers. I mean, at the end of the day, you need to collect signatures, and if you have people out there, as the majority of people in Massachusetts are, thinking that a ballot initiative makes sense for this particular question, then we think we'll have all the resources we need.
Speaking of, go ahead.
I just was wondering the target for getting this referendum on a ballot. Which ballot are you talking about?
Well, it could be the city, and that would be this November, or it could be the state, which would be 2016, or even 2018.
So, and we were talking about this in the commercial break, but let's bring the conversation to the table here. Should it be a Boston ballot? Should it be a statewide ballot? Because they're talking, for example, of something in Lowell and something in Foxborough.
We think both have benefits and both make sense. Certainly, this is going to require state taxpayer dollars as a backing to some extent for the infrastructure projects. So we think people in Worcester County or the Berkshires should have a say in this. At the same time, it's a nice idea to have the ballot a little bit sooner in November this year so that we can have some of this discussion now. Importantly, we think that no matter what you do with a ballot, it forces the boosters to engage with the people, rather than what they're doing now, which is engage with the IOC.
Where do you get your money? Who is funding you?
It's almost all grassroots. So we're talking about $25 checks from the little old lady in Worcester County that says, look, I have concerns about what my leaders are leading us into.
But do you have concerns that the other side, which seems to be very well funded with a lot of big names, with a lot of deep pockets, would overrun you in a campaign like this one? Very similar to what happened in the casino referendum question.
We know that we would be outspent, but we think that we have the facts on our side, and we also think that there are ways to craft ballot language that the boosters should agree with. I mean, they talk a lot about protecting taxpayer dollars. You could imagine a ballot initiative that says, look, the games can go on, the bid can go on, but let's not provide that financial backstop.
Chris, thank you for joining us this morning. Pardon me. We greatly appreciate you for joining us. And folks, you remember the calendar. This is 2015. It's 2017 until the International Olympic Committee actually decides which city will be hosting the 2024 Summer Games. So it doesn't mean that they are coming here, but Boston is the United States flag bearer for that bid in 2024.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us, Chris Dempsey.
Thank you, Janet.
No Boston Olympics. We continue with the roundtable. Stay with us.